Well, today is interesting. Firstly, my ear has been bleeding. I did sleep. I have an 8-pack this morning, which is like wild. Family health issues are getting potentially worse. And I've been eating processed food yesterday. And today, when I'm filming this is a Sunday, I was going to start today. I'm allowing myself, my body to kind of like stabilize, and I can feel my energy being like, "Arr!" So the sugar, even though most of it's natural sugars, has caused like big spikes and big downs, big spikes, big downs. No good. We have a lot to talk about. This pillow, mate. Ugh. All right. Firstly, the ear problem. Cannot sleep on it. So for those of you playing along at home, that's my ear piercing's new one, right? This one takes a long time to heal, the helix one. This one a little bit less. Problem is this one was kind of okay to sleep on, this one not so okay to sleep on. So I was like, yeah, that's sweet. I'll just sleep on, this pillow is going. I'll just sleep on the one. I'll sleep on the one side. Turns out I toss and turn to both sides to keep my body sort of in an equilibrium, and it's no longer in an equilibrium. So that's a problem. I have purchased a pillow with 2 holes and like a little divot. So therefore I'm in the divot and I'm either that way or that way. Apparently it's the best pillow for piercings, and apparently you can actually turn over and land in it. I am worried that my ears, my Dumbo ears, my large ears, which I love, by the way, you need to love yourself. No one else is going to do it. We're going to talk about that. Will land in there. So hopefully they'll land in there. Fingers crossed it arrives today. That will be pretty positive. 8-pack this morning. So yesterday was the first day that I probably had close to 200 grams of carbohydrates. Now, when I talk about nutrition stuff, it's important, do not start thinking that this is what you should do, this is what you shouldn't do. Everybody's different, every body is different, muscle mass is different. What I'm doing compared to what you're doing, compared to where you're at, compared to what you need is different. And that's why when we look at nutritional advice and we look at blanket advice, majority of blanket advice is just crap. So take this with a grain of salt. I haven't been having a lot of carbohydrates. So I had 200 grams of carbohydrates. Carbohydrates, what they do is they go into your muscles, okay? They go into your muscles, and when they go into your muscles, they also draw water into them, okay? So every gram of carbohydrates draws 3 grams of water. So if I have 200 grams of carbohydrates, it will grab another 600 grams of water and attach itself to the carbohydrates, okay? Rough science. But basically, I'll put on 200 grams of carbohydrates, 600 grams of water, 0.8 kilos I will put on, but it will all go into muscle, so it will make the physique look a lot better. And I haven't seen it look like what it looks like for a while because I haven't had that many carbohydrates in there. And I think because for the first time I like reduced my cortisol and I allowed my body to kind of recover, I've had a bit more sleeps, I've been able to see what's been peeling out. And whoa, yay. Like I've never seen myself this way, which is awesome. And it's great because it's like a little teaser. It's like, okay, so this is where we're at, blinders on, locked in for the next 3 weeks. I think it's important to, I used to, when I would cause myself breaks because I was so committed to my rig, I would get so upset and I'd be like, you're not good enough, Andrew. Like you're taking a break. Like, you need to go harder. You need to go harder. You're a bitch. You need to go harder. And I felt that coming up again yesterday. I felt that coming up today. I was like, nah, just start today. Just go, send it. And I was like, whoa. You're fine. It's all good. This is not bad for your body. This is not bad for your body. Processed food, not great for your body, but this is not bad. This is not bad. You're on that last little bits now. Once you've done the last little bits, you're not really going to go back to processed food anyway. You're gonna rebuild all already from healthy foods because there's no I need to tie over something. I'll just increase the calories, happy days. So it's important to not hate myself. I know it sounds strange. There's a difference between causing pain. So hating myself is called "you're shit, Andrew." My self-talk is like, "You're shit. Oh my God, see, you can't. You said to all your people on YouTube, processed food is shit. Now you're eating processed food. You are shit, Andrew. You are horrible. You have no integrity. You're a liar." It's like, whoa, buddy, I am human. I have beliefs. I'm on my own journey. The journey's rocky, brother. Like, the journey to get there is not gonna be like, oh, just perfect. I now understand everything, go. And it's perfect. Oh, because I'm just perfection. Yay. And I do that to myself because I need to laugh at myself. I need to laugh at the voice in my brain. Now, everyone has a voice. Everyone has a voice that's talking to you. If you don't think you have a voice, watch this. I'll stay silent for a bit. Did you notice your brain started saying stuff? You didn't choose that. And this is a big, big key. This is like one of the key mental, if you're ready for it, key mental models. We believe that our brain and our thoughts that are happening are us. So I believe that I do hate myself. Where reality is when you stay silent, and that's why meditation is good, that's why things like those are good, because you are able to see that your brain just keeps doing this, just keeps talking. Your brain is a piece of machinery designed to protect you. Okay? Dead simple. Your brain's only job is keep you alive, make sure you're fed, ideally reproduce, keep your offspring safe, don't die. That's your brain's job. Okay? Very simple. Now, and this is in my book as well, right? When you touch a hot plate, and you burn yourself for the first time and you go, ow! Right? Now every time you're around a hot plate, which is hot, your brain's like, don't touch it. You avoid it. Your brain's priority job is to be like, I'm so free into this world, oh my God. And then it experiences pain. It experiences failures. Whenever it experiences a failure or a pain, it basically goes, do not do that ever again. And that's why most people by the end of their life end up bitter, closed off in like this little box, and they've lost their childlike abilities. They've lost their childlike abilities simply because, well, they're no longer a child. They've got fear here, fear there, fear there, fear there, fear there. It's all just surrounded in heaps of fear of what not to touch. Don't trust those type of people. Don't trust if their name is Sandra. You don't get along with Aquariuses, so don't touch. You've got all this noise, but none of it is real. What was real is that Sandra hurt you, let's say, and caused you pain. That doesn't mean that all Sandras are bad. Most people understand that, right? Hot plate. If I touch the hot plate, it will burn me. In theory, we don't know that. Like, I know that's a stretch and it's pretty much improvable. Like, if it's a hot plate, it's pretty much always going to burn you, but we don't know that for sure. We had an event happen, and during that event that was painful, but we don't need to map that out onto the future. So my brain hating itself is not me. Because I was bullied, because I am worried, because I was bullied, because I'm worried about validation, because if people don't like me, then I won't get a date, and then I won't be able to reproduce. So if I'm caught to be a liar, then that hurts my impact of living a good life and a safe life. So my brain is like, you're shit. You're shit. And pain is pain is the only way to make breakthrough changes. Like, breakthrough changes happen through pain. So wherever you can, search for pain and lean into it. We've been covering this like forever. It's been fantastic. But my thoughts aren't me. So those thoughts can happen and I can live separate to those thoughts. I was like, those thoughts happen. I know you hate me and blah, blah, blah. It is okay though. It is okay. Like, this is not a bad thing and it's okay. And I'm on my journey and I'm committed to loving myself because I've spent all this time loving everybody else. And for the first time, I'm loving me. Because if I can love me, that was a big problem in my relationships. Even in my ex-relationship, I can say all the things that happened wrong in there and all the things that happened wrong in there. But I take full responsibility in all of my relationships. I hated myself. So they could give me all the love and I'd be like, nah, you're lying to me. Nah, that's not real. Nah, you don't really know. I'm actually shit. Well, no, I'm not. I've just never tried to love myself and pour love into myself and be spiritually aligned. Be aligned and be me fully. You know what I really got today? It was interesting. I was on the treadmill. I'm walking there. And I'm like, I think I know why I've used drugs at times to check out. I would usually be like having a great time, like everything would be really successful, everything would be really great. I never take narcotics or anything where you're having a bad time, right? That's something you definitely avoid because then that's a spiral of a pretty horrific addiction because you're basically resisting pain and then you're creating more pain and then it's just very hard to ever confront that pain. But what would happen is I would be like, oh yeah, I'm vibing me, oh my God. And then I'd be like, oh no, people are gonna hate this. People aren't gonna let me be me. This isn't appropriate. It isn't appropriate to ride a motorbike. It isn't appropriate to get earrings. My family's not gonna like me. People aren't gonna like, I'm gonna be weird, I'm gonna be this. And then I'd use narcotics to basically kill my spirit. And I got that today. Now, I've used narcotics in healthy ways. And there is, and we'll probably talk about it at times, there is a book that I've wanted to write for humanity. Don't know when that's going to happen, but there's major use in them. Major use. But 99.999999999% of people are using them incorrectly, including myself, at times. That hasn't been really an issue for quite a while. Well, it's never been an issue. It was an issue when I was 18, 19. I needed to have that issue once. Once that issue was done, I was like, yeah, no, I understand to a level. But still at times, I think that I've used grass in a place to squish my spirit. And the problem, what I'd have is as my spirit would be like, I'm more me, people would say, don't validate me, or they'd be like, that's weird, don't do that, that's weird. And then I would just shrink down. No longer, that's obviously no longer happening, but cool realization. So what do we code? Bleeding. Looks like I have an 8-pack. It's weird, right? Because I don't know how many's there, but it looks like it's 8, maybe 10 if the 2 at the bottom is there, which is super cool. I think I've lost a little bit of my bum. I used to have like a I used to have a large bum, but I think also like some fat has come off it. But I think from all the cardio, because I've just been walking a lot, I think that over time, and my legs, my weights have gone down over the past 3 months, I think I've lost a bit of my glutes. So I'm excited when the calories go up to build up the glutes again within a couple of months. So that's gonna be cool. Tomorrow, my YouTube editor is starting, which means that when he starts tomorrow, in a week, the first video gets released. Yesterday, also, topic change, I did spend the time like lying there, tanning, meditating, and actually removing stuff out of the next 3 to 4 weeks. So we've gotten rid of the recovery. I've gotten rid of that. Like no more recovery tanning. I've gotten rid of, I think I'm gonna move 2 employees to get hired a little bit later. I've said, let's make it easier, not harder. I've removed all the stuff. And as I removed it all, I kept listening to my heart. Like, does that cause me stress, or am I trying to just be awesome? Stress or awesome? Stress or awesome? I was like, nah, chilled. Okay, cool. So just remove that, cool. Yep, just remove that. Yep, cool. Just remove that. Yep, cool. Okay, so I'm just chilled now. So way more chilled, way more grounded. In fact, yesterday I had like 2 hours free and I was like, this is weird. I tried to chuck on YouTube or tried to chuck on some content and nothing was landing. I'm like, I like to create. It was a weird experience for me to like try and consume. Another topic for another day, but you're either a consumer or a creator. You either create stuff in the world or you consume. And I do believe that a lot of people try and keep this like healthy balance. We create a bit, we consume a bit, we create a bit, we consume a bit. But if you want to be a creative and really be a creator, you need to keep your consumption to a minimum. If you keep your consumption to a minimum, your thoughts, everything becomes really free, really like you become way more creative. So that's that. Loving the self, earrings, my pants I still absolutely love. And that's kind of what's been going on. So that's where we're at. It's weird to have a more, with a calorie deficit, there's like, I'm on a hunt to get a goal. It's weird, it's not weird, it's out of pattern to be a little out of pattern and be a little more chilled. I'm okay with that, but my body's like, my brain's like, this is wrong. Like, it's got this self-doubt. It's like, see, you're not like, that's okay. You don't need to be all the time. You need to be able to yin and yang, because my sleep was suffering. So at least I'm getting a good sleep now, which is good. Body's recovering. Woo-sa. I don't know if you've ever seen Bad Boys 2. The film Bad Boys 2, I watched over 300 times. I had a friend at the time as well. 300 times I've watched. We used to be able to repeat the words in the film. It's just, I do have like, when I find something good, I milk it. Like I just milk it. And there is something about that. Like when I find something good and juicy, like when I find a good song, I'll be like 10 times listen to it. Like in the same hour. Like when I find something good, I was like, I milk it. And if it's like survived after 10, 100 watch throughs, listen throughs, then I know it's good. And I think that's colored a lot of my creative stuff, that I have been able, I consume stuff, but I get like laser pointed on really good things that really vibe with me. And those things I know are good over a long period of time. So I've almost created a brain which is attuned to looking for just phenomenal things. Like, wow, that perfect, like clean, that perfect. Maybe we all have that. I'm not sure about that. But that's definitely me. I believe if you want unbalanced results, there's all this like life work balance, have a balanced life. There are periods of time to not have a balanced life. If you want unbalanced results, but you're doing it with balance, it's not gonna work. You need to have unbalanced results. You need to have an unbalanced period while still making sure that you're still yinning and yanging, if that makes sense. It's like, I'm still figuring it out. I'm not 100% certain on this one. So it's like, you gotta press the pedal real hard, but also know when you're redlining the car. Like when you're redlining, when it's, now you're damaging the engine. So you need to make sure you don't damage the engine. So you can drive the engine, you can make the engine better so it can drive faster, so it doesn't hit the red line, like better, higher performance, but don't break the engine. We don't want to break the engine. That would be bad. We don't want to break the engine. I love you very much. Have a great day wherever you are. The biggest mental model is you're not your thoughts. Your thoughts aren't you. They happen to you to protect you from pain. The more pain and failures you experience in life, the louder and noisier your brain is and tells you to not do stuff. That isn't you. It's your brain doing what it needs to do. You need to thank it because it's kept you alive. It's kept you alive up until now. Like, you right there are alive because your brain has been like, don't go there, don't cross the road when there's cars, don't do that, careful, don't do that, oh, about that, oh no. You've got to thank it. But if you're committed to something, you've also got to, I thank you, but I am committed to this, so I'm just gonna do this, and I'm gonna touch the hot plate. That's not what I'm saying. I love you. Have the best day. I'll see you tomorrow.